Hello and welcome to our Easter family service this Saturday. It's really lovely that you could join us, and we are looking forward to having so much fun with you over the next half an hour or 40 minutes or so. There's loads of activities for you to join in and songs for you to sing as well. We are going to be looking at the whole week of Easter, from when Jesus first came into Jerusalem on his gorgeous donkey to the activities that happened through the week leading up to Easter Day when Jesus rose again. So we're going to start with a song, and it's a song that you guys have all contributed to, which is brilliant, or most of you have anyway, and it's lovely to have you on the video. This song is a song that you may have seen at our service on Sunday, so you will hopefully know the song, or you may have heard it at school as well. So let's sing now the clip-clop beat of the donkey's feet.
To the clip-clop beat of the donkey's feet, everybody sing your praises to the King as the people shout and the stones cry out. Everybody sing your praises to the King. Everybody sing your praises to the King. Go into the village, said Jesus to his friends, and find a colt that's never had a rider. And if the owner asks, just say the colt is for me, and that's the only reason you've untied her. To the clip-clop beat of the donkey's feet, everybody sing your praises to the King as the people shout and the stones cry out. Everybody sing the praises to the King. Everybody sing your praises to the King. So they went into the village and found the donkey colt and led it back to Jesus like he told them. They took their coats and put them like a saddle on its back, and Jesus headed up towards Jerusalem. To the clip-clop beat of the donkey's feet, everybody sing your praises to the King as the people shout and the stones cry out. Everybody sing the praises to the King. Everybody sing your praises to the King. Some laid their coats before him like a carpet on the street, while others cut down palms along the way and laid them on the road as well to make a leafy lane. Then voices raised as one began to sing, blessed is the one who comes here in God's name. Hosanna in the highest, sing his praise. Who brings the promised kingdom of David to his own. Sing and shout, our God's come to save. Blessed is the one who comes here in God's name. Hosanna in the highest, sing his praise. Who brings the promised kingdom of David to his own. Sing and shout, our God's come to save. But some religious leaders were not pleased with what they saw. Tell them to be quiet, they complained. If all my friends were silent, said Jesus with a smile, the rocks would sing instead and praise God's name. Everybody sing as the people shout and the stones cry out. Everybody sing your praises to the King. To the clip-clop beat, to the clip-clop beat. Everybody sing, everybody sing.
Isn't that so much fun? I just love that song. I love that the people shout and the stones cry out. And on that note, don't forget to be looking out for the stones that we have around both villages, Cassington and Ensham. And on the back, they say Happy Easter from St.Leonard's, and the ones in Cassington have got St. Peter's written on them. So keep your eyes peeled when you're walking around the villages. So that was Jesus's triumphant entry into Jerusalem. Jesus had a very full week, just like I'm sure your parents have had a full week. I've certainly had a full week this last week. Jesus had a very full week and lots of things happened. And it's a long story, so we're going to watch a video that condenses it all down to about 3 minutes with lots of fun. So here is a video now, which is the Easter week, all shown to you through hand and finger painting. I hope you enjoyed this video.
Jesus arrived in the city of Jerusalem on a Sunday, riding on a donkey. Crowds of people came out on the streets to see him. They waved palm branches like flags to welcome him, and they praised God. They were excited by all the amazing things they had seen Jesus do. Later in the week, on Thursday, Jesus sat down to a special meal with his friends. They were remembering how God had rescued them long ago. Jesus broke bread and poured out wine and gave it to his friends. He told them to do this in future to remember him. He said this would be his last meal with them because soon he was going to die to rescue them. After the meal, Jesus went to the Garden of Gethsemane to pray and ask God to help him. He prayed all night. While Jesus was praying, Judas, one of Jesus' friends, was paid 30 silver coins for showing some soldiers where Jesus was. The soldiers arrested Jesus and took him away. Jesus' friends had told him they would never leave him. Peter had said he would even be willing to die for Jesus. However, Jesus had told him, "This very night, before the rooster crows, you will say 3 times that you don't even know me." When Jesus was arrested, all his friends ran away. And as the rooster crowed the next morning, Peter realized he had said 3 times he didn't know Jesus. The people in charge did not believe Jesus was God. In those days, you could be killed for saying you were God. They made Jesus wear a crown of thorns and carry a wooden cross. Then they nailed Jesus to the cross, and he died. Jesus' body was put in a tomb, a bit like a cave. They rolled a heavy stone in front of it and guarded the tomb. On Sunday, 3 days later, some of Jesus' friends went to visit the tomb. But when they got there, the stone had been rolled away and the tomb was empty. An angel told them that Jesus had risen from the dead and was alive again, just like he said he would be. Jesus was seen alive again by over 500 people. One of his friends wasn't sure it was him until Jesus showed him his hands. There were the marks where the soldiers had nailed him to the cross. Jesus was alive again.
Isn't that great? It's a lovely video, and I hope that maybe over these holidays that's inspired you to get busy with some hand and finger painting of your own. Well, towards the end of that story, you'd have seen the brilliant, amazing news that when Mary went back to visit her friend, she found that the tomb was empty. Isn't that amazing? I bet it was a real surprise for her as well, just as it is for us to hear that story. So we are going to do something now. We're going to do an activity that helps us remember that when Mary went to the tomb, she found it empty. I need you to get hold of your bags now and reach in and pull out this bag here. But you need to do it gently because it has biscuits included in it. I've got one here to show you. True Blue Peter style. Here's one that I made earlier. This is what we are going to be making. We've got the grass to show the garden. We've got some sprinkles on to show the flowers. And then we have a biscuit at the back and a mini egg here, which has been moved to the side, which shows that the tomb was empty. I'm just going to show you how to make that. It's quite obvious. You can do it while you're watching me, or you can just watch me and then press pause afterwards so that you can catch up with where you're at, because some of you have got more children than others. So you need to take out this and unroll it. Gently, you will find some biscuits inside. If you take the digestive biscuit for now, because that is the base that we're going to be working on. Next, out of your bag, you need to take the green squishy stuff and to just unwrap that. The green squishy stuff is our icing, which we are going to use on our biscuit. Now, it sticks better if you just put a tiny bit of water on the biscuit. Just dip your finger in some water and put it on, not lots, because that will make the biscuit soggy. So when you've done that, squish, get squishing so that you get a nice flat base, and then put that onto the biscuit and just squish it with your fingers until it covers the whole biscuit. I hope you can see because the camera's quite far away. I know I'm going fast, but you can press pause, don't forget, at the end. Try and get a nice lump of the green stuff at the back of the biscuit, because that is where we're going to stick our tomb. So if you take the second biscuit and you squish it into the lump at the back, it should sit there quite nicely. Now the next thing to do is to reach back into your bag and pull out the triangle shape of paper. It looks a bit weird, but this was how I managed to cut down on the plastic when sorting this out. And you will find your sprinkles in here. So if you get a pair of scissors and you just cut off the end, or you can just pull away the sellotape, but do it gently because otherwise you're going to have sprinkles all over your carpet. So if you tip out some sprinkles, can you see? There. And then you just pop those onto your garden. So you put the sprinkles on and they look like beautiful spring flowers. Can you see? Lots of lovely spring flowers on the garden. And when you finish that, you reach back into the bag for the last thing, which is a little Easter egg. Now the mini egg goes not in front of the tomb because that means the tomb would be closed, but the stone has been rolled away and you squish that just there to the side to show that the tomb is empty. Now you'll probably now want to press pause so that you can finish making your lovely biscuits and then come and tune back into the video again. I'll see you in just a moment. So did you have fun making your biscuits? I hope you did, and that you didn't get too messy for your parents to clear up with you later. Well, on our biscuits, you'll see that the egg represents a stone that was rolled away from the front of the tomb. Have you ever wondered why we use eggs at Easter time? Because the egg also can represent the tomb. That's a bit confusing, isn't it? Let me see if I can explain to you why. If I hold up a real egg to you, why don't you have a moment to just think amongst yourselves what comes out of an egg? You might want to press pause again and think, what would I find as a result of an egg hatching open? Well, did some of you get it? I'm sure you did. Eggs hatch open and out of them come little chicks like this one. Isn't he lovely? Out of eggs come new life. Now that is why we use eggs at Easter time, because they represent new life. Now if I was to take this egg and use it to represent the tomb that Jesus was laid into, I wonder what we'd find inside if I was to crack it open. Shall we see? Let me give it a good crack. Shall we see what's open when you crack open an egg? It's empty, isn't it? There's nothing there. And that was rather like the tomb. When Mary went back to the tomb on Easter Day, the tomb had cracked open, the stone had rolled away, and the tomb was empty because new life had come out of the tomb. Jesus had come back from the dead, out of the tomb, with a new life. And that's what we celebrate at Easter, because that new life wasn't just for Jesus. He promises that if we believe in him, that we can have that new life as well, and that we will be raised from the tomb one day as well. And how exciting is that? Now, the reason that can happen is because before he went to the tomb, he went to the cross. And when Jesus went to the cross, he took everything we've ever done wrong onto his shoulders. And that is one of the things that we are going to think about now. We're going to have an activity now and a song of response to the story that you've just heard, and to the fact that when you look at the tomb, it's open. If you dive back into your bags again, and this time I want you to pull out the cross. Now this is quite a simple activity. If you open it up, there'll even be a picture in there to show you exactly what to do. You take the ribbon and you weave it through the holes that are already made in the cross, pre-holed for you and everything. So just weave the ribbon in and out, and when you've finished, you get the second cross, which is sticky. You pull the sticky off and you stick it behind the ribbon to hold the ribbon in place. And then there's two little stickers for you to put either side so that they can look like that in the end. And while you guys get busy doing that, Duncan and I are going to sing a song over you. Now the song is called Thank You for the Cross. It's also known as I Sign Your Cross Over Me. We hope you enjoy the song and your activity. I sign your cross over me as a reminder that I am free. I hold your cross in my heart, for no longer are we apart. Oh Jesus, you are with me. Holy Spirit, you are here in every moment and forever. I sign your cross over me. You walked the path to the cross where you suffered, your life was lost, and there you lay in the grave till our Father rose you again. Oh Jesus, you are with me. Holy Spirit, you are here your cross over me. Thank you for the cross, where you gave your life for me. Thank you for the cross. Thank you for the cross, where you died to set me free. Jesus, I worship you. Oh, Jesus, you are with me. Holy Spirit, you are here in every moment and forever. I sign your cross over me. I sign your cross over me. Well, I hope you enjoyed making your crosses and listening to the song. There's only one last thing to do now before you can come and join Duncan and I on a Zoom meeting where we will just finish up and have some fun together. Final thing, I'd like to invite your parents this time to put their hands into here and to pull out an egg. Now, parents, I'd love you to go and hide this somewhere for your children to find. And then when you're ready, send them off to go on a little egg hunt to find the egg. Now, the hard bit is you're not to open the egg. You're to bring the egg with you to the Zoom meeting and we will open it and explore it at the Zoom meeting. Now, if you've got under twos, which we haven't put in activities for, but so they don't miss out on the fun, I have put in an extra egg for you who have got children under 2. There's no chocolate in that extra egg, since I didn't know what any of them would be eating and I didn't want any choking hazards. So you should have enough eggs for all your children to join in this final egg hunt. And I will see you at the Zoom meeting in just a couple of minutes. Enjoy your hunt and I'll see you soon. Bye.